Hey guys, well, 10,000 subscribers. How awesome is that? That's just absolutely ridiculous to me. So hello, everybody. Thank you very much for, joining this stream. This is really unlike me, not something I would normally do. But first of all, before we, get stuck in with the live stream and this party time, should we call it, I do just want to say a huge thanks to, everybody that's subscribed to the channel, everybody that's here for the start of this as well. Really, really cool. Digital Slang, thank you so much. DVZN Media as well. How are you doing? Thank you very much for, coming to check out the stream, and everybody else that's here. Some of my kids are watching as well. So that's pretty cool. We've got Rolando as well. And I am going to be joined tonight by some other really awesome content creators. I have sent them the link, so hopefully they will join me soon. We're going to talk a bit of tech. We're going to have some fun. It's a bit weird, though, I know, because you're not used to seeing me live. And I know it's all a little bit strange. It's not what you're used to seeing from me. So, but thank you so much, Costa T, Tomo's Tech, so many people. Hacking made fun, I should say. El Jefe Reviews as well. Jeff, how are you doing? I was going to send you a link actually to join, and I haven't done that, so I'll have to do that in just a second. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. 10,000 subscribers. Let me just say, a few years back when I started this channel, it was just because I love tech. I guess this is the same for every other content creator. They all say the same thing, I guess. They love tech. That's me. And I also enjoy making content as well. So I wanted to try and make some cool stuff for you guys to watch. And, I've been making content about various different things, PCs, PC cases, so many different things, handsets, we'll talk a bit about all of that stuff tonight. And some of the creators that will be with me on the stream as well, I'd really love to talk to them about what they're using, handsets they're using and stuff like that. One person, do you know what? That's not fair. There's so many people that have spent time with me and given me their time and helped me grow this channel and produce the content I produce. And I'm thankful to every single person. I really, really am. And that actually is the only reason why I'm live streaming here today, because as I said, it's not something that I don't think I'm very good at live streams. So, but anyway, there's lots of people to thank. I'm going to talk about a lot of people tonight that have, as I said, helped me along the way. But let me bring in one guy that has been a really good friend. And this is Jermaine. Some people will know him as concept creator. He's an awesome guy. Hello, Jermaine.
Hello. Well, you say friends, but I'm still missing something here, man.
Let's address the elephant in the room, the fish and chips. Fish and chips. Jermaine, super chat. Thank you so much. That is very kind of you.
No problem.
You should not have done that, but thank you. I appreciate that a lot.
I shouldn't
That's
have?
very kind. No, you shouldn't have. How do I refund you? But thank you so much, Jermaine, for joining me on this special live stream. 10,000 subscribers. I mean, to some people, that's not a massive amount, but to other people, it's huge.
It's a huge amount. It is.
I mean, you've got about 7 million. No, okay, I'm joking. But how many have you actually got? 126,000 or something?
That would be amazing. But no, 124, I think.
124,000.
Yeah,
nice. That's awesome.
Very often anymore, but I think around that.
That's cool. That's a lot. I mean, that's something to be proud of. But again, with me, with 10,000, I'm really proud of that. And I think that from here, I really am. And I think from here it will grow. But this is the thing. I'm not aiming for a particular number at the moment. I'm not trying to get to Jermaine's level. I'm just having fun, making content, and hopefully people are with me for the ride. They're enjoying it, you know?
I should.
Yeah. We have another guy that's ready to join us, and let's bring him in. This is Rick Aqua. Rick's also amazing. How are you doing, Rick? Rick's joining from his phone, so I'm not sure how the connection will be, but we'll see. How's things, Rick? You okay?
It doesn't seem really smooth from my end. I hope the connection is good from your end.
Okay.
Yeah.
we both agree with you. Whatever you said.
A good connection.
It's so digital, man. Let me get out and try in the back and see if it's anything better. Yeah.
No problem. No problem.
Yep.
We'll see you in a bit. Okay, so Rick's going to try a different connection, I think. Let's just go back very quickly into the chat. Greetings from Sweden. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Sweden.
Really. Yes, Sweden.
So one thing. You guys have beautiful cars. Volvo, you know.
Oh, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Thanks so much, Dennis. And Wrongbin as well. Thank you very much. And yeah, Jeff says, I caught you off guard. You were sort of, I did catch you off guard, but that's good. That's what it's all about. So Rolando says, where's the fish and chips? Yeah, one day, the story is, for people that don't know, Jermaine visited the UK and I failed because I did not buy him fish and chips. So Jermaine,
not only that, but
there's other things that happened, yeah. but no, the fish and chips, let's just say one day you will definitely get a really lovely portion of fish and chips from me. One day, when the lockdown is finished, you know?
Oh, hopefully soon. I doubt it, though.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Tech time. Yeah, thank you very much. Oh, he's hold on. You speaking Dutch.
No, you gotta say that. I
can't say that.
Oh my god. Dutchie gespot. Oh, he's using a lot of G's.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, my god. So you're already in trouble here because the G, you cannot pronounce that. It's like saliva in your throat, how we say that.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Hacking make fun. I'm from the Netherlands.
Yes, Jermaine is from the Netherlands. So how close to, for people that don't really know, you know, how close to you to Amsterdam are you, Jermaine?
I'm closer to Germany than Amsterdam. So basically, if you have the Netherlands, I'm like, and here's Germany. I'm close to the edge of Germany than actually the Netherlands. Than Amsterdam. Amsterdam, cool. I basically never go to.
No, that's fair enough. I think maybe I went to Amsterdam once, very long time ago though. So
most
no idea really.
Is in Amsterdam.
Yeah. That's probably where most people are. They're not going to drive right out into the, well, I say out into the countryside. You're not in the countryside. I know that. But, you know, I do need to mention very, very quickly, the stream hasn't been going for very long. And I do obviously have an official channel sponsor. That's Beyond NRG, an energy drink company, new UK brand. I'm wearing their shirt tonight. Look at this. Hey, look at that. Very cool. So I just thought I'd better mention that before I forget. Let's just have a quick look. So would love to visit the UK and see how it goes down. The UK's cool. Some parts of the UK are cool. I guess that's the same for every country, as long as you have fish and chips.
The drive on the wrong side of the road. I don't get that.
Jermaine, we have this every time.
I mean, almost the rest of the world is driving on the other side. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
That's like saying the metric system and whatnot in America, or they use it like, you know,
it's fair enough. It's fair enough. It's fair enough. So, well, while we're waiting, because I know that for a fact we definitely have lots of other really awesome YouTubers, Twitch streamers, you know, all sorts of different people that may join us tonight. I'm not sure exactly out of those who will and who won't, but, you know, they've all got the links. Let's see who comes through, who is able to join us. If they don't join us, it doesn't matter. You know, it's all just, we're here to have a little bit of fun. So that's what it's all about. Let's start, Jermaine. Let's just kick off very quickly with, let's talk about what handset you are personally using at the moment then. Let's talk about that.
No, we got to start with you because you're the one who reaches 10K. And I think we should start by thinking about your growth. How do you feel like you've grown from starting to end?
All right, fair enough. I see what you're talking about. So how do I feel? Well, look, the thing is, and I'd spoken to a lot of other tech YouTubers, tech content creators, and I understand that I personally don't produce content as fast as a lot of them. I don't produce content on really hot topics all the time either, but what I do and what I've always done is I've produced videos and content about stuff that I personally feel is interesting, stuff that interests me, stuff I'm passionate about,
Yeah.
And while that's all very nice and I've really had a lot of fun making the content I've made, I think if I want this channel to grow now bigger than 10,000 subscribers, I need to focus on producing faster content and also producing content on topics that are hot at the moment, stuff that people, a large amount of people want to watch. That's how you grow a channel. That's proof is in the pudding for everybody.
Yeah.
So
I mean, your quality of content is actually really solid. You're on top of the guys. And I don't mean that, you reach 10K, I'm going to be nice. You always know how I feel about your content. And especially your B-roll shots look very clean. It's like, come on, Martin. Sometimes you can spend a little bit less time on it.
Yeah, I do overdo it sometimes.
Yeah, your quality is really good. And I think people will see that.
Well, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful.
But realistically, it is something hard for YouTube if you put that amount of time in it, because there are certain rules, of course. I don't know all about the algorithm, but if you don't post...
no, it's true. If you don't... If there's a big gap in between each video, and that's the thing, isn't it? Sometimes I'll post a video and, oh my goodness, Aditya, wow, thank you so much. Oh, look, fish and chips for Jermaine. Oh my goodness. That's absolutely ridiculous, Aditya. I can't believe that. Thank you very much indeed. How nice. Should not have done that. I'm going to be refunding people all through the night. Shouldn't do that. Jermaine, you're definitely going to get your fish. Oh, how lovely. That's really, really kind. Thank you so much, Aditya. Jermaine is definitely getting fish and chips. I promise you that. I'll send you proof. I will. I'll come and personally deliver your fish and chips, Jermaine. When that lockdown is over. I'm going to bring Aditya with me as well. We're all going to come. But that's so kind. Very, very grateful. Thank you ever so much, sir. That's really nice. So I guess let me go back just very quickly to what you were saying, Jermaine, and also Rongbin as well. He's put there, quality over quantity. And I think that's what I've tried to do. Honestly, I've tried to make stuff crispy and but I think I do need to try really hard to produce content faster. I just don't want to lose quality. I don't want to lose a lot of quality, That's the issue for me. So Aditya, you're naughty. You shouldn't have done that, but thank you very much. I can see somebody's waiting to join the stream. His arms are going crazy. He's like, let me in. Okay, we've got somebody else coming in. This is Sam from, what's the name of their podcast? It's Across the Podcast with Sam and Matt. They are great guys. Absolutely love these two to bits. This is Sam. Let's get him in. Hi, Sam. How are you doing?
Hey, I just thought I would wave my arms in like a sort of crazy way just to throw you off your game. Did it apparently work, because I heard you mention me on the stream, so apparently that worked.
It did work. I saw you waving. Okay. Let me in. So
yeah.
How you doing?
We're good. We just finished up our stream. I think Matt is joining momentarily. I had to use the restroom. I don't know if this is a problem with you, but if you're ever streaming, have you ever had issues where you've got to go so bad you're like, I don't want to stop the stream, but I can't. I gotta go. So I had to go. I had to use the restroom. It's because of all this.
That's fair enough.
Okay.
And I just have to say as well to DVZNs, thank you so much. I am so grateful. Another super chat there. Thank you ever so much, guys. Please don't super chat. I love it. I'm really grateful. And anything that comes in will go back into this channel. I promise you that. But we really don't need to do it. But thank you ever so much. I'm very, very grateful. We got some more guys coming in. Oh my goodness, the crew is arriving. So we've got Matt, the other part of Across the Podcast with Sam and Matt. Let's get Matt in here as well. Hi, Matt.
The better half.
The better half.
So less attractive, but better half.
Right? Did you send the link to Andrew, because I realised I don't have Discord on this phone?
Did I send the link to Andrew?
You did. Good. I'm just saying. Just checking.
I did it. Calm.
We know what you're like. There he is.
Hello.
There he is.
I realized after I left you, Andrew, then that I actually don't have Discord installed on the S21 Ultra yet, so I couldn't send it you.
Yeah, it's like one of those. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you go ahead, Andrew. Carry on.
Oh, no, I was gonna say it's like Discord is like one of those apps I've kind of found that I'm like, okay, these are like the first 20 apps I need to put on and make sure it's up and running. It's like that, SwiftKey, Nova, and the other ones I'll think of whenever I'm actually in the moment. And I'm like, oh shit, it's not on my phone. You know.
Do you not find this? Do you not find this is a
Sorry,
problem?
Sam.
Oh, go on, Matt.
Send the link to me on Twitter. I need to send it to TK. In case he said send me the link just in case he does find time to pop on. So I'll book.
What is happening here?
Well, I had everything.
It's in the
set up
stream.
and all
It's a
of it-
Fat Produce Matt Tyler stream. Look in your actual message. I sent it
I
to
can
both
send
of
it to
you,
you.
Goop.
Okay, right.
I can
The
send it to
problem
you.
is that I had the S21 and everything was on there and I was ready to go and share, and then the S21 Ultra came, and then the
You know the
S21
problem?
went.
You're
Matt,
special.
you know
You
the
are
problem. The
special.
problem is you've got too many handsets, Matt. You need to send them all to me.
No
That's the
joke.
problem. That's the problem.
There, it's sent off to
had it all
TK.
planned. This just ignore
Sent
me
to
for a
TK.
minute and carry on celebrating 10,000 subs.
Actually,
That's freaking
ignore
awesome.
him. Ignore him for the rest of the stream. That would be much better.
I
Wait,
did wanna say
hold on.
congratulations.
Oh,
I
thank
will
you ever so
uninvite
much.
you.
I'm very
dumbass.
grateful. So, Fat Produce as well. I would just say you obviously you stream on Twitch. You're another guy that's very supportive in and around the tech and the community and the YouTube space and everything else. So, thank you very much for joining as well. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, it's
I
cool.
love
And
your
I,
hat.
the hat's cool.
No,
The hat's
so,
really cool.
So oddly enough, this is a British. It's a reproduction of like a British World War I trench coat. And so I went to like we have this place in the U.S. called Bass Pro Shop, which is like a outdoorsy sort of store. And I went to go buy some knives like for gifts for Christmas. And I go in there, and they have like this special knife like sales guy who's there just working that, and he goes, that's a World War I officer's cap, and I about crap my pants because I was like, that you're like the one in like 1 million people in this whole state who would know what the hell hat this is exactly. You know?
Wait,
It's very
you
cool.
have to know
I
as
do-
well, right?
No, I don't, but I like it. I really,
thank you.
really like
This
it.
is
No,
the
very warm.
non Buckingham Palace guy. Would you think he would know the hat?
I
no
forgot.
idea what you're talking about. I have no.
He's not
idea.
exactly a cultural beacon of the British Empire. You know what I'm saying? That's
You sound the most British out of both of me and you, right? But you don't know what the fuck Buckingham Palace is.
Hello there.
Yeah.
Can I just
And
say,
you
just
didn't
before-
even buy your friend fish and chips.
I know. Just before I forget, because I don't want to, I must just say to Rolando, my tech review, another super chat. Thank you ever so much, sir. I am very, very grateful. Thank you very much. Really means a lot. It really does.
really good.
You see
so-
this box with me in it. This is the super chat.
Hey, there he is. No, I must just clear this up. So what happened was Jermaine came to the UK from the Netherlands for where did we go, Jermaine? It was an ASUS
A
event.
big building that wasn't Buckingham Palace.
Asus,
Well,
which
we-
one was it?
we were walking along.
ROG2?
ASUS ROG2 phone. Yeah.
Now you're talking my language.
Yeah. Well, we went to the event, which was very, very cool. And the problem was, me and Jermaine met near some underground station, and we're walking along, and Jermaine says, "Ooh, look at this building on the left. Isn't it amazing? What is that?" And I said, I have no idea. But the problem was, we were down this tiny alley. I hadn't seen it from the front.
There is no excuse. You should know what Buckingham Palace looks like from the front, the back,
I
the
know.
left, the right.
So
and the
so
I know,
so
I
let's see if I can
the
unpack all this.
guards give
So
it away for one.
So Roger is indicating that the reason why he didn't know it was Buckingham Palace because he was seeing it from the not picturesque front of the house. It's the
Correct.
back end.
No.
Nobody knows what the back side of the White House looks like, although you know you're at 1600 Pennsylvania. You should know where you physically are in the UK. He's like,
Yes.
well, see, here's the thing is I wasn't staying in the front of the building, which is where everything is on the media, right? So I didn't know where the building was
There's no
because I was
guards
in the
round
back
I
side of
didn't
the building.
See them.
Oh, I guarantee there's guards on the back side.
It was the
Hundreds
corner
of the
front,
Queen's
though.
guard in the palace, and you're standing there going, "These dudes in red suits. I don't know what they're doing either."
You mean to tell me that they don't have rear guard at the palace? I'm pretty sure they're covering
Yeah, they
all
do.
the
This is
yeah,
what I
know.
mean. Yeah,
In
it's
my
just
defense-
Roger's
but
making defense excuses. That
In my
are just
defense,
rubbish.
in my defense, when I was stood at the front of Buckingham Palace, then I was like, okay, that's Buckingham Palace. You know, so I did.
It's like that as well.
I know
didn't
where we
know.
are now. That's the fish and chip shop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there you go.
that's the Lincoln Memorial because he's sitting in a chair in the front of. Got it. Oh, hey, by the way, Jermaine, this is the Lincoln Memorial, by the way, and I know I can tell.
I will
is
just
because
say,
Abraham Lincoln is sitting in a chair, like literally right there. That's
when
who that is.
Jermaine comes back to the UK, I will do the UK tour properly.
Wait, are you
Well, that's
saying?
fair
mean,
enough.
Oh.
To be fair, I'll bring Roger as well. So I can, apparently he
Oh, you can
needs
give
to
a
be
tour to
taught.
Roger as
You
well,
can give
man.
me a tour as well. I'd enjoy that.
I'm just like, oh, this
The
is
burning
this
question
is
I
new.
have right now is, Roger, did you manage to get the fish and chips for right now?
No, I didn't get
They
any
didn't.
fish and
I
chips.
They
stand
didn't.
to him that he should get it.
I wanted fish and
There's
chips.
only
for
one
this
fish and
stream.
chip shop round him, to be fair.
There is. There's only one here, and it's very hard to actually get fish and chips. So that it doesn't really
Why-
make a lot of sense.
Why,
but
is it not very big, or are they busy, or
no,
what-
it's
what's
tiny. It's because of where we live. So we live, as I think probably most of you now know, we live in the forest, like literally away from anything. And there is
Doing
one.
a bit like Sam
Yeah, Sam lives in the middle of nowhere, don't you, Sam? I think.
in the woods. He lives in the woods.
Nice.
He
You know
lives
what you
far
need
enough
to-
down where he has
Yeah.
a driveway that turns
Yeah.
dangerous.
He
I'm
has a
not telling
driveway
you
that-
people anything in my life anymore. I'm just going to come on and talk phones
Sam
because
has a driveway that magically makes
apparently
cars go
between the
sideways.
Rachel incident and then wrecking my Subaru and living in the woods, apparently I
Wrecking your
just
Subaru?
Hey, there's
My
nothing wrong
wife's
with
Subaru,
living in the
technically.
woods.
Oh, what you
it's actually
said.
my wife's
He
car.
ditched
I
it
wrecked
going
it.
up his drive.
Living in the woods is actually really cool because you
It's
get
awesome.
you get to build a studio using wooden pallets. That's why
Yes.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
Which,
That's
by
why-
the way, is still the best thing I've ever seen. And
Thank you very much.
have you ever gone into the forest and pretended to be Robin Hood?
No, but I plan to.
Well, because he does. The problem is
going to
he's
come
looking
with
at
you as one
Sherwood
of your
Forest from
merry
the
men.
back, and he didn't realize it was Sherwood Forest from the back. He said, "What forest is this?"
yeah, but to
Sure,
be fair,
Sherwood.
You don't know where
Forest.
the
Really?
Prince
That's all
John
right.
of your area is, you know.
I'm
I got
never
that.
going
I
to
got
live this
nothing.
down, am I?
No.
No, that's
Never.
no.
Sherwood
Welcome
Forest
to
is
my
closer
world.
to me.
You know,
Sherwood
but
Forest is closer to
realistically-
me than it is to him anyway, so it's fine.
But realistically, if you do live or a place where you live out in the woods, this should be the time where you sign up to try and see if you can get Starlink from Elon Musk's Starlink internet connectivity, because I bet you they are analyzing the type of people who would most likely benefit from it whenever they're giving out those kits, like the opportunities for it. And like I can think of some
look.
places where I live where it would be perfect.
Oh,
You know,
Absolutely.
let
you can't
that
have a
guy
live
in.
stream this weekend without Josh. He's
Josh
been
had
in
to be
all
here.
of them.
I'm so pleased Josh is here. Thank you ever so
Oh,
much.
thank God, Josh is here, because look at these hacks that you got going on right now. You got to have some kind of like counterbalance. So like proper
There's a
YouTubers and
professional
proper
here.
content creators, and then us posers and hacks on the right. Not Jermaine. It's the top three, like Jermaine, Roger, and JV. And then me and Andrew and that guy down at the bottom.
I was about to come in and be like, I have your Uber Eats here.
Oh, nice. Nice. But would it be fish and chips? Can you get that where you are? That's the question.
No.
Yeah, I would probably cook that fish a different way, probably Filipino style, honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I
Okay,
tell you,
nice.
nothing beats a good old fashioned Ozark fish fry, though. You cover
God,
the fish in
no.
hush puppy batter, and it's so good.
I don't care
But I
what any
will
of you
say,
say.
I
You can't
miss-
beat British fish and chips. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, I miss a good fish and chips from across the pond, honestly.
It's
Like,
tr-
it was
it's
really
true.
great.
It's true.
There's an amazing place. God, I don't even know if they're still around. There's an amazing place near Covent Garden in London called the Rock and Soul, and they have shark and chips.
Covent
and I went there
Garden.
years ago.
Where is that?
I don't know if that's still there.
It's
but
near
Shark and
Buckingham
Chips
Palace.
is
Oh,
It's next
yeah.
door.
So nice.
But you got to go in the back door.
It was a
because I'm
tiny ass spot,
apparently
and
I'm
it
the
was
only
amazing.
UK person here, apparently, because Roger doesn't even know where Buckingham Palace is or what fish and chips are.
It's true. It's actually.
Well-
it's
Well,
true.
Matt hit me up and was like, "Hey, you want to come on for the thing?" And I'm like, "You know what? This setup right here, and just a second hoodie. I've been just on every stream."
You said you've been on a lot
Yeah.
of streams. Yeah.
I'm more disappointed that I can't get a JV hoodie. That's me.
Yeah, I
That's
know, me
sucks.
I haven't gotten around to making the merch shop. I'm working. I'm working on it with. Well, I'm not working on it, but it's something. It's on the list, is what I mean to
It's
say.
one of those things that's on the list that's to be put on the main list.
Well,
To be done.
what you need to do is not even just do the hoodie, but just come up with like the silk screen stencils that you could just sell that way, and they could put on their
Oh,
own.
100%.
Like,
My homie that
Or
made
patches.
this and 2 shirts.
That's
Actually,
very cool.
2 hoodies and 2 shirts. The other set obviously went to Issa, so she wears it out in the Philippines once in a while. We have it already, and I actually have a couple of other designs with him, like including Enjoy Your Tea, which will be the whole back of the shirt, like all of these things. Those are all like we've brainstormed these things. It's just I'm the idiot who never built JoshRovergar.com, which is the placeholder for the Shopify area. And it's all going to be done because he does them all like by himself, handmade, to order, all of that stuff. There's going to be a disclaimer on the Shopify that says made to order. Like, we can't tell you it'll be there in 3 days because I am not going to force my friend to work at that capacity. You know, because this is
And that's
just
okay, because I would rather wait the time to know that my shirt was handmade. So if that means I got to wait a week, I'm okay with that. I just
Look at our merch.
Yeah,
Shout out to Heidi, by the way. Just saying.
yeah.
Who makes that?
Get
Who
it.
makes our merch? That's
And she's got her own website
it's
now.
tough.
And
yeah.
and I had to send it to Roger because luckily Roger is the one who.
I have to. Yeah.
Enjoy Your Tea will be a big seller in the UK. That's all in England, at least. In England,
imagine
everyone's
that
going to be
will
rocking
be.
T-shirts with "Enjoy Your Tea" on the
And
back.
also
can imagine
because
that
it's
will
all
be-
going to be handmade, like it's all going to be, because for example, this one, I've already given him a critique of like, I like it more up where the heart is rather than the nipple.
Yeah, a little higher.
Like, I don't really want it around the nipple area. It's got to be right here. The way that I always tell them, and he's a nerd, just like a geek, just like me and us. I was like, think of the old X-Men animated series, and that's where they would hit the communicator. Like, that's where I want all of my emblems and whatnot. So
Like right where
that's
the
what I
tip of your middle finger was, right there. That should be where the center
Yes.
is.
Yeah,
Right there.
wait, don't you mean this? Don't you mean the Star Trek com badges?
Oh God, I knew it was coming because I was waiting for him to say it. I knew he was gonna. I was like, he's gonna say something about the damn communicator from Star Trek. I knew that's coming.
But
That's
the
okay,
image
fair
came
enough.
in your head of Cyclops calling Rogue, right? Like that was the animated series. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Like that's my childhood right there. All these Star
Same
Treks,
here.
I have nothing against Star Trek, but come on, I just said X-Men animated series, and everyone's eyebrows should have been raised.
Yeah, but the
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
I've got the old guy above me. He's like old.
I just realized Sammy Bag of Donuts. That's awesome.
Yeah, send me a bag of donuts. How you doing? Forget about it. I'm just send me a bag of donuts.
I just
although
need to say.
although you might need to
sorry, go
edit
ahead.
that. It says Bag of Dounce.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Well, I was. Yeah, it's okay. You know what? I'll take that from Josh if it was Matt because he can't read. So
It's
he
cool.
didn't say anything.
It's all good. It's all good.
It's-
I just need to say for anybody that is just joining the stream, this is basically a party stream. We're having a chat about tech, and we're also celebrating the fact that somehow I managed to get to 10,000 subscribers
Oh.
with Life of Tech. Really,
Oh,
really cool.
not
that
not
word.
somehow.
It's not
Take
somehow.
that word
You
out the
deserved it.
sentence.
No, that's
You
that's
worked your-
hard
You
work.
worked your butt off to get it.
And
You literally built a studio like out of pallets.
I did.
Right,
It's true.
Dude, you are sat in it right now.
I am. It's true.
and I will say it, and Zach made the comment on Rolando's stream, and I will make the second comment. I will emphasize it. Watching Roger, and I'm not kidding, and this is not just like just not trying to placate. I mean, seriously, the content is so well crafted. It's almost like it should be. It's literally. I mean, if you watch it, it's like. If you told me this guy only has 10,000 subscribers or that he wasn't a professional content creator, you'd be like, man, if that's what the content can look like with somebody who isn't like an industry like person who's like just it's so good, it's clean, it's crisp, it's well thought out, and I mean I like it. Like I said, I think of all your content as far as the way it looks and production quality literally rivals anything that would even be produced out of a professional studio by an actual team of people. It's that clean.
That's the honestly. See, sometimes people say that, and I'm just like, really? But you know
No.
what? Thank you, Sam. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I
you
really
keep
do.
saying they're just trying to be nice. I said no. It's because the content is good.
Yeah. I do try.
Dude, you got
I-
yourself a sponsor as well. That is
Yeah,
awesome,
it's here.
man.
It's right here. I got the shirt on. Look at
Beyond.
this. Look, where is it? Oh, there you go. You can see the B. Here you go. So
Yeah, I see.
Beyond are awesome. I'll just quickly plug them again. Oh, by the way, if you like energy drinks, they're in the UK. I can even pull this up here. Look at that. You could use the code TECH and you can get 10% off your order. How about that? That's cool.
I have not seen the word nootropic in a while.
Yeah.
And I won't drink my other
one of
brand
those
energy
words.
drink on the stream.
Do you want to see it again? There you go.
Woo! It's better because it covers up my face, which is if you want to just rock that the rest of the show and just cover my head, that would be very much good.
I used to be into that whole thing. Well, in a way, I do have certain aspects of it, but I like nootropics, I like smart drugs, all of that stuff. Like the word drugs is always a weird thing to put, but that's what it is. They literally
Yes,
smart
that's
drugs.
true. That's very true.
Jeff!
Jeff, thank
Jeff!
you so much.
Yes!
What's going on?
The
fellas?
man
How's everybody
himself
doing?
is here.
Just chilling, man. I had to pop in. It's been a very, very busy morning, but I couldn't skip this at all, man. I had to
What is
definitely
this, the
pop in.
second or third thing that Jeff
thank
and I
you
have
so
been
much.
in the same room together?
Yeah,
Jeff,
no, it's been great.
thank
man.
you.
You boys have been busy
you.
this weekend with all these live streams.
Oh yeah, especially you guys. I mean, it's obvious. I mean, who wouldn't want to have Jeff on a stream? Seriously, I mean, come on.
Man, I
We
appreciate it.
definitely want Jeff back on the show for a full show.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, the only thing comes up is I think I'm just glad your show actually ends before mine, but it ends up tying up my whole Sunday because I have to do yours and then I have to immediately jump into my own for another hour and a
Yeah.
half. So
We're flexible.
okay.
We're flexible.
We'll trust me. We can move our show to make yours work because
appreciate it.
we're not going to say you will come on at 3:00 East Central. You won't
That
do
leads me
no.
to a question. So, as far as all of these live streams that are happening, because now I even have the thought of like maybe I'll do one too. I don't know, but yeah, obviously a lot of these things, like platforms like StreamYard, like Melon, and all of these things have come up because of our work from home life via COVID and quarantine and all that stuff. Do you think that in, let's say, 2022, 2023, like once COVID is past us, or quarantine or lockdown are past us, do you think these shows are still going to like happen as often as they are? Because the influx in this past year has been insane.
I think it's
to
good.
a degree, I think, and especially I think companies will now see the benefit of people working at home, so it might become more of a regular thing, I
Could do.
guess.
Good dude.
And then, of course, the whole streaming will become a bit more normal as well, I think.
I think I might go on
more
like tour. Honestly, I just want I'll fly and drive to every person's place and have like an actual show
Oh,
with them,
geez,
like just to
imagine.
make
Oh,
up.
Sam, we should do that.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
mean,
it's
We
not-
should take
idea.
across the podcast on tour.
that's right. We'll drive around all this. Well, yeah, but I mean, for sure, because I mean, like I said, me and Andrew live in the same state. We both live in Missouri, so we're only about 2.5 hours away. So I could definitely come
I
out
have
there.
to say, Matt, if you go on tour, you're going to need to borrow the Asus ROG bus. You know, take that on tour. That would be quite cool because
We'll have a proper go at it.
Yeah, you're still
Screenskin's
into
plastered
the.
on the side just in case.
There you go. There you go. You're still into all the. You still like the Asus hand. Well, mind you, you can't get them anymore now. Can you hear that kind of stuff?
I will. Right. This is your channel. Your show. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to keep my opinion to myself about Asus and the ROG phones leaving the UK market because
Fair enough.
I will get sweary and loud. I know.
People like it when I do that, so I mean,
That's fair. We do. We like what Josh.
People loved
I
it
will
when
s-
you did that for the first time.
yeah.
I will say back to your question about if you think that these are going to stay around. I think part of it too is a lot of not just watching, but I think a big thing also with these type of streams is it's nice to listen to the conversation. And I think as people are going to be able to go out and about more, I think that it's just there's more to choose from now. And it's just I think this is the way that the market's been heading anyway, and I think COVID, as a lot of other ways, has accelerated the market, like the trends that we saw in the markets before. You know, kind of like how we saw movie theaters were starting to in a downward trend, and COVID helped accelerate it. I think that with podcasting and more independent podcasters and streamers out there doing stuff, I think it's here to stay. I think personally.
Yeah, no, I think
And it
so,
really
too.
just depends on the industry. Like you know, if you're working for a company like Google, obviously they're but where the organization I work for, they were already prepared for this kind of contingency. I don't think they were prepared for the level, but in the entirety of where I work has completely been remote for the last year, and I think and I will tell you. Yeah, well, I mean, fair. I mean, I don't think the entire system wants to get rid of me, but that's okay. I'm not that important. But here's the thing: is I think what
You
happened
are
was
to me.
once they got into the situation, I think they were pleasantly surprised. I think they were like, wow, there's a lot of the work that we're doing as a system that we can do where we don't have to have everybody. Unfortunately, where I work, we still have to have the physical locations because that's just part of what I do, right? We have to have the system. But as far as like the flexibility of having analysts doing our work and remotely, I think they've been actually pleasantly. I don't think they really knew that was maybe a 7-year plan. Like they were like, hey, we want to try to get to this remote working environment, like as far as leverage, and they do it for contingency reasons, right? Because of where I work, we have to have contingencies for if in the case of a natural disaster, can we work offline? Can we leverage that seamlessly? Because my job requires that the economy functions every day, daily, right? Mm-hmm. But as far as like, I think the bosses were like, wow, this actually worked out pretty well considering the situation. And they've invested a lot of money in that infrastructure. And I think, honestly, they're like, once we get back to zero COVID numbers or we're some semblance of herd immunity, I don't think we'll ever go back to a 5-day work schedule. I just don't, maybe some people will. Some people will, like, some of the functions we have where I work that require them. But as far as that, I think they were like pleasantly surprised. I don't think they were anticipating how well it actually turned out for them. And actually, I think that's a lot of companies. I think they're looking at it going, wow, this is another leverage point that we can investigate and then try to look at as far as like how to use it as our work. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the business and depends on the needs of the business and what you got.
Need to jump, Sam. I'm so sorry. I just need to jump back in and say thank you very much to everybody that's watching. This is very unusual for me to live stream on this channel. So for all the guys that are in the chat and they're saying I have no idea what's going on, Jade as well is saying what's happening. Well, basically, this is just a celebration of 10,000 awesome subscribers on the Life of Tech channel, and we're here having a chat. Having a bit of fun and having a chat about tech, basically, most of the time. And we're also talking about fish and chips. Yeah, I also have to say a massive thank you to Rolando as well for the super chat. I think you already did that before. Please don't. But thank you ever so much. I'm very grateful, Rolando.
Keep going, people. You can build the second chat.
I really appreciate it. Honestly.
He's paying for the fish and chips. It's fine.
Don't neg him, Roger. Don't be like, don't do it. He's like, oh, I'll do it again.
You can't tell me what's new.
I've seen this go bad or very, very good, depending on which way you look at it. Because I've seen people get into super chat battles in people's streams, and it's
for
the creator, it's become highly lucrative, but it was just one of those things where it got really out of hand. I was like, dude, what, we're talking like a couple $1,000s. I'm like, this is pretty insane in one live stream.
That's crazy. So, that's great. I must also say, I'm so sorry to keep jumping in. I am sorry. Matt, shut your face. I just want to. No, I'm sorry. No, I just wanted to say, Jermaine, come on. What is going on here? No more. Jermaine, stop it. I just want to say as well, thank you, a big thank you to some other people. Jeff, I want to say thank you to you. You've been there. I've known you for a very long time now, from the beginning, I think. So
Jeff.
The help and support from you, thank you ever so much. And Jesus, it's Matthew Moniz in the chat with another super chat. Matt, thank you ever so much. I am very grateful. Thank you very much. So Matthew Moniz is another person that has been
good name.
Awesome.
Oh, another one.
Oh, and another super chat. Come on, Sam. What is happening? Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. Very grateful.
I will not be guilted. I will not be guilted.
Do not.
You will do it.
Please don't.
Josh, you better come on. You better at least put in a buck or two. Quit being such a slacker. God almighty.
He's going crazy.
No, it's not guilt. It's not being guilted. It's like when you're telling your cat, "Don't do the thing," and the cat's like, "I'm going to do the thing."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. There's even more. There's even more super chats. Digital Slang and Fat Produce, thank you so much. Thank you. I do appreciate it.
I've put mine in.
And Stephanie as well. Come on. This is crazy.
We love you, man. That's okay.
Thank
you know what?
So
like
much.
I said, and again, partly because here's the thing. I saw that you built your shed with CHEP pallets.
Did you call it a shed? Did you just say shed?
It's a shed.
Did you just say shed?
Excuse me.
It's a she shed. It's a she shed.
It's got insulation. It's got wood connections on the outside. It's got electricity. It's got a floor. It's got an underlay.
Well, Roger's
flipping studio.
Shack of awesomeness, right? And I noticed he did it with CHEP pallets. And the problem is those CHEP pallets, they're owned by the company. So I'm curious how you got a whole bunch of CHEP pallets, because those aren't Whitewood skids. Those are CHEP pallets.
You should see the pile I've got in my garden.
Those are specifically owned by. I'm curious how that story.
It's called taking with the intention to return, maybe possibly one day if they forget. But
Never.
Yeah. I have to say, Joshua, thank you so much. There's another super chat, and Jermaine again. This is not good. You need to stop. Please stop.
I'm trying to be
Have a
relevant. I did use the term. I never used the term cuppa
never
unless I
use it?
know
What?
who I'm talking to.
That's awesome. Thank you very much. I'll definitely have
Ben,
a cover. I
what do you
definitely will. So I before I forget, because I really don't want to forget this, I have to say I've got so much I want to say and I'm not going to remember.
That's okay. Jeff just threw it. There you go. Now we're all good.
What's going
It's
on?
all good.
And Aditya and Ben as well. This is just crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
hey,
It
dinner's
really,
on
really
you,
is.
Roger.
Well, here's the funny thing, Roger. What you can do now is eventually we get enough super chats. You can tell that PR company to go fuck themselves and just tell them, you know what? I got enough people. You can take your contract and shove it. I don't care.
no, it'll be. I'll buy my own pallets.
Guys, please, no more. You can't super chat, but thank you. I don't know what to say.
Actually,
I
they
really don't know
can
what to say.
super chat. There's an
Yeah,
option
they
at the
can.
bottom of the screen.
And you can super sticker too, in case you know. Because
oh yeah,
you can't
super
stop it.
sticker. So you could do what you like, really. To be fair.
Right.
Listen,
Don't listen
guys,
to that guy.
Thank you very much. Honestly, from me to you, I am ever so grateful. So thank you very, very much. And also to everybody else that is watching as well, and everybody that's in the chat, thank you to all of you, because you know what? This is what makes a channel, isn't it? It's the people that are here to watch the content. That's what makes the channel. So thank you very, very much. And I just need to also say, like I was quickly saying earlier on, there's some other people that I need to say thank you to, like Iskren from the channel This Is E. He is an awesome guy and he's helped me a lot. Matthew Moniz, going back to him. I mustn't forget people like Travis, and I mustn't forget Zach Talks Tech. There's so many channels. I'm not going to remember everyone. Also, when I first started, a massive thank you to Front Page Tech, John Prosser. He did something really awesome for me when I first started, and he featured me in a video, Creator of Awesomeness. And without John's help, you know, I wouldn't be at 10K at the moment. I'd be far less than that. So what he did for me was a massive help, and I'll never forget that either. So, you know, really, really, really cool.
That's dope.
And Jermaine again with right. This has to stop, Jermaine.
Oh, you said don't donate, and I was curious what that super chat, that sticker was. So.
It's like
I had to
Duran's
check.
like, I don't know what this super sticker is. I'm just gonna push buttons and make super stickers happen. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, he didn't have control over that.
The AdSense check has arrived for Jermaine, I think. So.
Oh, no.
We got Keith is here as well. Gameski, thank you very much.
Hey,
Thank
that's
you,
my boy
sir.
right
I
there.
appreciate it. And I was saying earlier on, you know, that some channels would view 10,000 subscribers as not that much of a big deal, but other people would see it as a huge deal. You know, and to me, it is a massive deal. And I'll tell you why, because I'm not creating, like we were talking about this earlier on, I'm not creating content with the intention of growing the channel as fast as possible. You know, I'm creating content because it's stuff that I just really love, and it's products and things that I'm passionate about or that I enjoy. But you know, as time goes on, I guess, yeah, of course I'd love the channel to grow. I'd love more people to be able to see my stuff. So I'm going to start turning my attention to topics that are a bit more hot at the moment and stuff like that. You know, I do need to do that. Otherwise I won't grow. So I will try my best. But there you go. Can I ask while we're obviously it's a tech channel and a tech show and everything else, let's just quickly ask everybody what handsets they currently use, because I would like to know that. I'll tell you mine. Mine's an iPhone 11 Pro Max and also the Xiaomi. Yeah. Afraid so, Matt.
Oh, shut up, ROG.
Matt's like,
Shut up, ROG phone.
Oh dear. But I'm also using the Xiaomi Redmi Note 9T, I think. So that's the other handset. Jermaine, you?
I'm using 3 at the moment because I got in
That
a lot.
doesn't surprise me. Come on.
No, but I got a lot in at the same time. So
what? I'm using 3. That's right, peasants.
No, but I have someone who helps me with contacts a little bit in the Netherlands, which are very difficult because marketing isn't really a big thing here in general. So I was lucky enough that someone knows the right people to contact with, and with Xiaomi I'm really lucky. So I have the Mi 11, the S20 Ultra. But honestly, so I have the LG Flex in. I got it in yesterday.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why, but I dig
Son
it.
of a.
That wing is
I don't know why.
I want one. I almost went and got one. I almost did it. I was like, oh,
We're
man, I
almost
want
like
a
that
wing.
now in
Dig
the
it.
UK where we'll just pay LG to start selling stores again.
But
No, that
it's-
wing is awesome, man.
Matthew
I don't know
Moniz,
why. It's not
Matthew
the best
Moniz
car
says you're
out there, but-
flexing, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
First,
I'm
first
just,
the
I'm
super,
just,
first
no,
the
no,
super
no, no.
chats, and now the 3 phones.
I just,
Right. I just want to know what the
wanna-
stickers
I know,
do.
right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I just
sure.
want to correct it. I'm just ringing it.
That's right.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
nice.
You're
Very
just
nice.
winging it. Well,
That
you
joke
know,
has not been made before. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
very good. Sir. So, I guess
I had to.
as everybody, at least Matt knows, he likes to give me trouble. The Surface Duo.
Oh yeah, the Surface Duo. That is a real. I like the look of that. That does. Look
I
very-
know. I
the
do
last
too.
2 people that have shown their phones off. We can't get the phones. Roger, me and you can't get these phones.
That's all right. I'm going to
And
have
then-
a chat. I'm going to Sam. You see, Sam thinks he will never give that handset up, but I'm going to have a chat with him soon.
Don't even do it
And then-
because you'll
and
get
then-
FedEx charging you £450 customs charges.
And then
to
I
get it
recently
out.
picked up
Okay.
a Pixel,
Pixel.
4a, the 485G. So I
Nice.
because if you have a Duo, you
it's the
can't just
poor man's
have
phone.
you cannot have a secondary device because you don't have a camera, you don't have NFC, you don't have a good processor. It sucks. It generally blows, and so you have to have a good camera and a good phone. Plus, I want to try the Android 12 updates. I'd like to kind of play with the developer previews, and the Pixel gives me the opportunity. And really, for $450, which is what I got this for, headphone jack, great cameras, dude. This phone has really been like I really like it. Not enough to like put my main SIM in it and use it all the time, because I really just enjoy the Duo so much. But dude, for $450, this Pixel is legit, man. Great power, good handset,
It's a good time. Yeah.
good size,
Yeah.
great screen, great speakers.
It
Like I
is
was really,
a
I
great-
was,
Yeah.
I really
Surprising,
wasn't.
aren't they?
Yeah, the speakers are really good. I was like not really expecting much for $450. I was like, oh, if it's got okay speakers, I'm okay with that. But dude, this, and then all the software features like astrophotography and the call screening. I'm telling you, man, for $450, you really can't beat this. And in 5G capability, this I've really been impressed with this. I really have liked using the Pixel 4a.
That's
It's
very
really,
cool.
really solid.
I've
It's a
not
solid
actually. I do need to. I haven't used a Pixel since I don't know when, a long time ago. I do need to look at them again. Josh, what about
I
you?
will sort
Oh,
you
sorry.
out with
Oh,
that,
nice.
Roger,
Thank
don't
you,
worry.
Matt. Thank you very much.
I'll help. I'll help.
Should be anybody who's kept score with me knows Zenfone 7.
Oh God! I hate when you bring that up because it makes me like envious. I want to try a Zenfone so bad, man.
I had to wipe the hell out of it for the shot.
Got to wipe it
That's
down
great.
for effect.
But as far as that's the actual daily driver, the one that I
Glossy
that
Carter
I
references.
always come back to. But as far as reviews are concerned, I also have a Mi 11 that I'm going to be reviewing.
Oh man!
I'm reviewing this one for Pocket now, officially now. Jaime did request me to do that. And then I got to get through my S21 and S21 Ultra content this week as well. Like I've just been up and down on the queue, let's say. So those are my 3 phones.
They're the 3 phones you can talk about at the minute.
True. I actually don't have anything.
Does
I don't
any of
have
you
it-
have the Mi 11 Ultra?
No, I don't have any devices in the shadows at the moment. Like no one's reached out lately.
Which is a shame.
I think
Yeah, a
Sony's
little bit.
next. Sony's probably going to be next. aren't they?
Sony's next. I'm expecting some sort of correspondence from OnePlus, hopefully next month. I think by late March we should hear something
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Andrew?
like it's interesting. Like I'm still rocking my V60 with the dual
Nice.
screen.
Oh, I do like that.
You're saying you said still rocking like it's 10 years old. Like I'm still rocking
Right.
this
Well,
thing. Like,
well, to be
it's
honest,
old.
a month in 2020 felt like a year. So, but yeah, so I've been rocking. I'm still loving my V20, like V60 that is.
V20
like,
was good as well.
It was.
It was good. Like this one, the battery's been really good. I've got kind of my setup for it. It's I've been enjoying it. It's got an SD card slot in it still. I really like the implementation of the second screen because I it's great, especially if you're laying down and you just want to watch something.
It's so nice.
Did you
then-
outfit that with a pen holder?
Yeah, so what I did was I took 2. So these were supposed to be off of eBay the same color, but but these are actually the stylus the Surface stylus loops.
Wow.
And so basically what I did was I just took 2 of them because somebody else had like one and they put on the back originally and it was just a little wobbly. So I got 2 of them and we put them on the front because I had a vinyl skin I cut out for this and it works really well. Like it's only occasionally will it get like ripped out of my pocket when I'm pulling this thing out, but for the most part it's been pretty good. And if I want to take a call, I just take that out and just flip it around and I'll be okay. I almost never flip this thing around though, even though it's like the big feature. But it's been pretty good. And then what was it during my wedding? I switched to my XC1 Compact, which was like I wanted a minimalist phone, So this thing still was rocking, except for the fact that it's 32 gig storage is the only thing that makes this thing just too old. Is just that paltry amount of internal storage, and I wish I could just solder in a new,
Doesn't it have
but I don't
SD?
have that. It does have micro SD, but the problem is if I have my apps, because I'm notorious for having a billion apps on, and so it's like I went and looked at my phone the other day, and I was like, why do I have 50 icon packs on my damn phone? Because I use 2 of them. But I'll go to like Android Police and I'll go, oh, this one's free this time. Okay, I'll go get it. And then it's just, I forget about it immediately. So, first world problems.
So Matt, there's probably no need to ask you because every week you're like, oh, Roger, I've got a Pixel. Oh, Roger, I've got an Asus.
Yeah,
Oh, Roger, I've got...
Matt's got a phone
I
every
can't
week,
really-
literally every week. It's crazy.
The phone I'm currently using now is I can't really say anything about it because I literally got it 30 seconds before Across the Podcast went on air.
Yeah, well, that's why he was late.
You did.
On top of normally being late. Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
It's the S21 Ultra, and I've been using this to streams. Well, I got it and I charged it to 80%, and everything's been downloading in the background whilst I was streaming Across the Podcast, and I'm still using it now. But I haven't had a proper chance to test it yet. But I will say it is 80. It was on 80% when we started the show at about 8:10 UK time. And it is now on 23.
And it's been plugged in the whole time. No, I'm joking.
And
It
it's
hasn't been, is it?
been-
That
It's
threw
just
him off
been
for a minute. He was like, what?
Well, then
used-
it didn't come with a charger,
don't-
so he couldn't do that.
Really?
Anyway.
I know.
Wow.
I just don't know what to make of that because obviously everything's down. There's still apps and stuff downloading in the background as well as me streaming this. So
And you have to actually.
until I've got to test it properly. So 23% from 80 in 2 hours. Full streaming though, so I don't know.
Well, you might,
I've gotta
after
give it a
another
chance.
few days. Yeah, you need some
Yeah,
some time
I've got.
with
It's
it.
got to learn
Yeah.
my patterns. I've got to get all the apps downloaded and updates done and stuff. So
Yeah. Let's go to Jeff. I'm so sorry because you're at the bottom in the middle. It was you were last. I'm gonna have to
worries.
move people around in a
Best
minute.
for last.
No worries, man.
Yeah, save the best for last. Yeah.
So right now using the
Everyone else is like,
S20
"What?"
S21 Plus. So I got this guy right here. Got
Nice.
Miss Poison Ivy on there.
That's
Nice.
awesome. Yeah, I love that. That wallpaper's sweet, man.
That is
Yeah.
cool.
the S21 Plus is a phone you haven't seen much on YouTube.
No,
I will
not much
say
of
that.
it. But I
It's the
was looking at
21 or the Ultra.
Right.
This,
Yeah, I wanted the Plus because I've been using like the Pixel 5. I've been using the iPhone 12 Pro. So I was getting accustomed to that size, that 6.1 hand size, which is really good. So I was like, you know what? Let me go back onto a larger size device. Let's see what this is. But I didn't want to pay the ultra prices. I didn't. I wasn't feeling that. I don't need the S Pen support or any of that stuff and the extra cameras. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So I just went, S21 Plus, and dude, it's been awesome. The battery life has been awesome. The display is gorgeous. So I've been enjoying it a lot. I really like the later case that I put on there. It's very minimal, so I like the
Yeah,
later
Nice.
case.
Nice.
And then the other one is the iPhone 12 Pro. And shout out to Nomad. I just got the MagSafe leather case for it, and it is freaking sweet.
Really cool. That's very cool.
But yeah, those are the main two right now. So the Pixel 5 has taken the is riding the pine right now. It is on the bench.
That's okay. Hey, that leather case.
For now.
As far as cost, how is that pretty cost effective? I mean, like, how much did you? I hate to ask. I don't.
You mean the Nomad leather?
Yeah, the Nomad. Yeah.
These are $59.95. So
that's not bad.
No, but I'm blessed because Chuck from Nomad, he is an awesome dude. You guys can reach out to him if you have iPhones and stuff and you want to check out their products. They are probably, I would say, top 3 of any companies that I deal with as far as working with creators. Like how chill they are, how they send their products. You can send them feedback, put up stuff. They're super grateful, and it's a really good relationship with them. So, but it's pretty dope. I use I have their stuff on my iPad Pro. Like this is their brown leather case there. I have it on my AirPods. I use their watch bands. Like it's really good.
Yeah,
stuff.
I have a bank iPhone. It's an iPhone 8. And I want to. They give it an OtterBox, which is but I want to have like a little bit more of a more of a customized. I like the leather case. I miss the Mozo cases from the old Lumia days. I really wish. So I was just curious. I'm gonna check them out. That Nomad, I'm gonna give them a look up. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, they're mostly stick to iPhones. Like they do have some other. Sometimes they'll dabble into other things, but they're mostly Apple specific.
Okay.
You might get something that Becky likes for her iPhone 12.
She's you know what she likes. I got her onto UAG cases for her iPhones and she loves those because she has a tendency to drop her phone, and my daughters drop their phones pretty well, and so she loves the UAG cases. She really, I mean, that's the ones we usually get for her phone.
For the klutz in your life, you definitely want to go with UAG.
I wasn't going to go that far, but yeah. But
if
yeah,
got Butterfingers, then you want to go with UAG.
She'll have a tendency to drop the phone a little bit, or she'll set it down and the dog will step on top of it, so she likes that. But for me, I don't drop my phones very often, so I can almost, like on this Pixel, I don't have a case on it at all. I'm just going to rock it naked.
It only takes once, though. It only takes one drop to convert.
Yeah, it
you,
does.
though.
I haven't got any accessories for the S20 Ultra yet. I have no case. I have no screen protector. I have no nothing.
Oh no!
Oh,
You at least got to get that screen protector
man,
going.
I don't know
dude.
about that phone.
I have nightmares
So-
with.
Hey,
Wow.
What are you guys doing, man?
that now I don't have I have the least awesome beard now
We're
here
having a
because now
party.
TK's here. Oh,
I'm glad that
man.
my weekend will start because it started with TK. We did Pocket Now together, and now it's about to end with TK.
No, it's always great. TK's
You
in
did
the
all
house.
3 days with TK. You did Pocket Now,
Yes.
Saturday morning with TK, and now
I know.
again with TK today.
Exactly. Hey, man, Jeff's in the house. Fat Produce.
All we need to
Everybody,
do
Life
now
at
is
Tech. Hey,
on one
Jermaine.
stream tomorrow. Just get
We-
TK and Josh on just to finish the weekend
I know,
off.
for real.
get it done.
Well, we know where you just went, Jermaine. We know that
I'm
you
just
went to
seeing it in the chat.
you went to the fish and chip shop. Yeah. Did you get any, by the way?
Did you bring enough for the rest of us?
I will tell you, man, that sounds
I know.
so
If I
good right
would,
now.
I
I
would
would
want
crush
enough
a fish and
for
chips right now.
I am sitting
man.
on what now 10 hours without food.
Wow, you need to eat
Intermittent
something.
fasting.
Go get something to eat, and then
somebody
I
eat
actually.
actually on a plate,
I've just
man.
been at work and I've not ate, and I came home and I've not
I-
ate, and then I came on the show and I've not ate, and now I'm here.
I want Josh's. He said he had a Filipino version.
Do you know, I
wanna
really
check
want to
that out.
find a good Filipino place.
No,
around
dude, he said a Filipino
somewhere
fish. I'm like,
here.
dude, I want to get that hooked up. That's
Oh, dude,
Some of the food is
one
so
of the
nice.
best parts about this last year has been meeting so many people. Like the majority of people in this room, I haven't met up until quarantine happened. So like all of these online things have been great, and I hope, as TK can attest, when we all get together physically, one of my favorite things to do is literally to cook for everybody. So I hope we
Okay.
have
Gonna
that
be-
opportunity.
That's
Can I-
going to
can
be
I-
us. I'll take.
Am I just driving to LA right now? Because I'll just road trip. It takes 3 days. I don't give a shit. I'll
Well,
go now.
I'll give you an example. When we went to the Qualcomm Tech Summit one year, it was me, Thunder E, and David Kogan, the Unlocker. We all got an Airbnb apartment, and we actually invited a bunch of Qualcomm people and fellow tech creators to come over. And I just made this whole Hawaiian spread: spam musubi, lummy
Nice.
salmon, all of these things. And then,
God,
Making me hungry.
starved.
you're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
Hello. What, how do you think I'm? Yeah.
I need
I'll
to
send
try
you-
that
Matt-
so
from you,
good,
Josh.
man.
I'll send
I
you a
need some
packet of
bread.
biscuits. You'll be fine.
I was gonna say,
Give him some nourishment. Send him a nourishment. He loves that shit.
I would say that me and Roger have got the furthest to go to get to Josh, but no, we actually haven't. We're not actually got to go the furthest.
yeah,
'Cause,
my girlfriend
you know,
has to go.
This guy up
Yeah.
here.
Oh, well,
Jermaine.
fair.
Yeah.
I thought we were alluding
And-
to Issa, but I
Oh
agree,
no!
I agree.
Oh yeah!
Oh,
He's
yeah, that's true.
probably
Yeah, that's
the
right.
furthest away out of everyone we know.
Yeah, definitely.
See, that's why everyone, when they get together, they have to come to Missouri because Missouri's kind of in the middle of
It
the
really
middle.
is.
a lot of
Center of everything. Yeah, between all of us. Exactly.
I would go to learn how to make that barbecue. Like
Oh, I'll Josh comes out. He'll bring his Hawaiian. He'll bring his Filipino, and I'll get you. I'll make a brisket. We'll hook it up. I'll take care of
Yeah,
Josh.
I'd bring fish and
Oh,
chips,
yeah.
but me and Roger bring fish and chips, but I think it'd
What
be
you
off
want?
by the time we got to you.
They'll all be gone. Shows up with an
You
empty
know,
box.
I've got to be honest. I'm considering whether or not I should make a video about fish and chips just for Jermaine. You know, that's because Because
To
everywhere
what? To
I-
rub it in? Holy cow!
Yeah.
That's a like double decker asshole right there. Oh my god!
That's something I'd do that to you, Sam. So you're all right.
Everywhere I go, listen, I must tell you, I talk to Jermaine every day, okay? Every day. And almost every day he mentions, oh, by the way, I've got fish and chips every day.
No.
That's because you know, Roger.
It's getting to the
when
point
you
where I'm
have
going to
a friend-
rename him in my phone to Fish and
Well,
Chips.
You need to.
F&C. Just call him
You know,
F&C.
You
I
brought
want-
it all on yourself, really, because when you have a friend that doesn't live in this country and they visit you in this country and you don't take them for fish and chips or even mention
proper
it,
English
you,
breakfast,
you,
man.
You bring this on yourself. This
I
is what
even
happens.
bought him stroopwafels.
So see? He
Dutch
brought
thing.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, say
Oh.
it.
I want to
didn't
see
know.
this fish and chips video though. Like let's all manifest the energies in the universe
Yeah.
and
Oh,
get
yeah.
someone to send Roger like an air fryer so he has it in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll get him one. Send
I'll
it.
get some.
We'll
I'll get
get
some
it
really
done.
cool shots. I'll get some. No,
None
this
of
could
you
be- this could
guys
work.
can
This
send
could be
us
good.
anything because FedEx
It'll
will
cost you $1 billion.
put a customs charge
Oh,
on
yeah.
£1 million.
Even I cannot anymore because right now you're outside the EU, so
Yes.
you gotta pay for me as well.
I mean,
Wow. Did you?
Wow.
Apparently, if anybody had any idea where Matt stood on the whole
Stood
Brexit
on the
thing,
whole-
I think he
I
pretty
still
much
don't know
figured
for
it out
sure
right
now.
there.
Someone's looking over like, oh, there's an open can of worms over here. Oh, what-
I'm just putting it out there.
That's the worst thing, man. And
Well,
we got to get somebody to Uber Eats or whatever it is in the UK to get a plate over to Matt.
So
ASAP.
yeah, or maybe get a prime delivery straight into that.
Something.
Oh, yeah.
well, not to take over the show or anything. Like we have a whole host of hosts here, so I'm sure someone will do it eventually. But
I like
TK
that.
just came in. We were in the middle of talking about what devices we're using right now. So-
Definitely. Yes,
Oh,
TK.
man.
TK came in
Definitely.
right on time because we just got done with Jeff.
That's very true.
My time.
So Jeff was
Yeah, that's true.
So I can talk about a couple of the ones that I have, but I can't talk about the last one because it'll be coming out soon. But if you
always
got,
one.
there's always one. Yeah, that's the fun part. The Xperia Pro for sure. I would probably say the
Yeah.
one
I can't
that I'm
believe
rocking
you
for
got that
next
back.
week.
That was,
Dude,
that
I
was
couldn't believe it.
So good.
I thought they were just going to have me talk about it and just hang out with it. And I'm like, okay. And then it was like, hey, you should have the phone. So they sent it to me a week early. So I'm like, I guess I'm happy to have it. I'll have it for at least another 3 days. But the Xperia 1 Mark II was my other phone. So it's kind of a weird Mark II plus Pro. I guess I'm overdoing it on the Xperia. I'm doubling down.
They just went
and
ahead
then-
and glued a case onto your Xperia 1 Mark II with that
I,
finish.
But the thing, their Xperia 1 Mark II still don't have Android 11, whereas in the UK we've had it for about a month and a half now.
Yeah. And every day I keep checking the update. So right now I'm rocking Xperia all the way with a mystery device. Let's just say that.
Does it have a display on the back?
TBA to be announced.
No. This is not said infamous device yet. No, not that one. not that far.
So we've
detached,
eliminated
I would
one.
say. Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. TK has the iPhone 13, and he is going to.
Early hands-on of the iPhone 13 will be coming out on Monday. Just for
It
everyone.
folds and makes you breakfast.
Exactly. It gets warm enough that it'll keep your coffee warm if you just put it on top. So
No,
Yeah,
I think
no
that,
thermal
that,
throttling
that wow, that goes to Exynos. This phone is freaking warm right now.
Oh, I bet.
so you picked up the S20 or the S21?
Ultra.
This is the Ultra now.
Well, 20 or 21 Ultra though.
21 Ultra.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that should be pretty good. Other than the heating a little bit.
I got
but
it like 30 seconds before Across the Podcast went on air, so I have not tested it. That's all.
fresh out of the
You need
box.
to get
But it is
like
hot,
an ice pack,
like
and put- glue it
really
to the
hot
back.
right now. I'm
Yeah.
surprised it's not throttled or gave me any warnings because this is top to bottom warm.
Oh, it'll just
red
the
hot.
battery will just
You will
melt out of
disappear.
the bottom and it'll be gone.
It'll just
Yeah, you'll just-
explode.
Matt will
Once
just
Matt-
explode in a moment. Yeah, I think
Or
that's
once
what
Matt
You'll
pops
see
out of the
elements melting out of like the speaker
Yeah.
grill. You
It's
know?
a good thing Chris is not here because we will be talking about the fire now, right now, and that's not a good thing.
In a minute, we're just going to see Matt going like this, like, oh my God.
I might do. I think I still have one of the fans from a gaming phone somewhere. I can just stick on it.
You know, that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. That would be a good way. But congrats. So yeah, no, I'm switching away from the 21 Ultra for the next couple of weeks. So, but yeah, I'll try it back on again.
Is it something we said?
No. It was totally a Sony thing. It was totally a Sony thing.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna use it, I gotta actually put it in and use it as a daily.
I'm gonna do once this is, I've put it in ice and it's cooled down. I'm gonna benchmark it like I did the S21, and I'll send you the results. See how different they are to what I got from the 2100 in the S21 standard.
Yeah.
To the S21 Ultra.
Because here you have the
Snapdragon.
Here you have the QHD, which once you turn that on, you're gonna see a big dip.
Samsung seems to be really weird with their devices, because Tom got 2 Snapdragon versions and an Exynos version for his video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Both Snapdragon versions were quite different on benchmark results versus the Exynos as well. So they were all different. It's really strange.
Interested to see what comes up, but you always need to remember that there's that setting in the toggles to turn it on once you turn on QHD. Otherwise, the performance drops. That one brings it back up.
Oh, don't forget enhanced processing.
Well, that's what I meant. Power mode,
The only question I have for TK is, on the Xperia Pro, is the front camera any better than it is in the Mark II?
No.
No.
God, what is with Sony and these front cameras? They're
For all intents and purposes,
awful.
lenses, display, RAM, other than the storage, it literally is an Xperia 1 Mark II with HDMI input, a 512 gig internal storage. And then they replaced the antenna array in the back to a quad antenna base, with the back being made out of the material to basically facilitate ultra wideband, so that you could literally get 2.5 or 2.6 gigabits down. We're talking crazy speed connections on this.
And don't expect Sony to be changing that front camera anytime soon, because the last 3 Xperia phones now have all had the same front camera. Yes, the Alpha team are involved, and that's all rear camera. There's nothing front camera changed at all. It still looks like when I looked like Orange Face Phyllis when I was using the Xperia 1 for the show. It just...
I'm going to call you that from now on.
Orange Face
Well,
Phyllis.
Sony did have really good... Well, Sony used to have really good front-facing cameras, like on the XE1 Compact, like huge.
Yes,
yeah, I know you can't really see it that well, but it's a huge wide angle, and it's absolutely
bigger bezel.
Like, but I mean, and that's another thing too. Like with the phones that have the pop-up camera, it's like, why not go for this giant wide-angle selfie camera if you have to have it?
Go all the way.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but it's great. Like this has been my favorite phone to use for like selfies than like the 5 I take like in 2 years. But like it's great, and it's great for video calls too, for just solely because of the ultra wide aspect to it.
I completely the one thing I do miss, the best one I've used so far is the Oppo Find X2 Pro.
Yes.
For this, what I do, and for front-facing camera, that X2 Pro is still unbeaten. Out of all the phones I've had, it's still unbeaten.
I'm a big fan, and
that way.
Josh is flexing.
I'm just this is all
that is his front camera.
Just make the rear camera the front camera. That's all.
That sounds like some form of alarm going off for my phone about to combust.
or somebody jumping in on the old CB radio, trying to jump in and try to send
right.
That's what I heard.
Little cross channel, yeah.
Exactly.
I've got to say, I did. Oh, sorry. Go on. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just going to ask Josh, how is the update situation on your Zenfone 7?
Not great
at this point.
I don't have Android 11 is not. It's gone out to the Zenfone 6 already, but not the Zenfone 7 for some reason. So yeah, I'm waiting for those updates to happen. Yeah, regions, and also, I mean, I bought this. This is obviously an imported device, so I have no clue what I'm looking at in terms of like a roadmap for my updates. And even then, it's already really frustrating to have the carriers in the US be the reason why we don't get updates right away. Like when the Android 12 developer preview came out, I was like, half my phones don't have 11 yet. Come on.
Yeah.
So.
That is actually true. That's one of the number one comments on the video post. It's like, we're still waiting for 11, and we're starting to talk about 12. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's funny that I've got the Duo, who is just getting the February update. Probably won't get 11 until probably like maybe August, and
What
then
do
I've
you
got
think-
the
in the
Pixel. Then I get the Pixel. It's going to have 12 before this even has 11. It's just like, oh boy, yeah, it's rough.
Do you think that Duo will ever get an update, Sam?
It will get February's software update, and it will get 11. Microsoft has said that it's probably like the July, August.
Yeah, I think that's what we
Okay.
said.
So yeah, but I mean, I just think it's funny that I'll probably have a full blown version of 12 before this Duo, because I don't trust Microsoft to deliver on that July timeframe, because I just don't. I mean, God love them, but I just
What
don't,
makes you
so.
not believe them?
I don't know, track record, history of the company, Windows Phone, band, Zune. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I got a lot
I
of.
can't think of a reason.
You just,
I don't know.
you just hit the nostalgia for me. I miss my Zune.
God.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, the Zune.
Well, and that's the funny thing, and then, well, funny not haha, but funny like I really wish that Microsoft would just
Funny not
stick to
ha-ha.
it. I mean, they've got a ton of valuation, right? Just keep going with something, right? The Zune or the Band or the Duo or whatever it is. Just even if it's losing money, like Xbox, I think they've lost money on Xbox for years, right? As far as like,
But the thing is, they're
all
committed.
consoles
The
lose money.
Xbox
Right.
is a great example of what happens when you commit. Like, you are going to have losses is somewhere in the middle of the journey.
Yeah.
But now look at what Game Pass is doing. Game Pass is
Yeah.
like it's
That's
the
the life.
easiest thing to recommend to
Xbox
anybody.
sucks anyway. So.
Oh,
This is coming from a PlayStation guy.
shots were
I
fired
actually
again.
love Game Pass. That's the
I'm
thing.
gonna have to
be
jump out of here
I'm
real
only
quick, guys.
completely joking.
You need to go.
Oh, Jeff's leaving.
Yeah,
Jeff,
I
all
gotta
right,
go.
Jeff.
Bye, Jeff.
take care, man.
Thank you very
Bye,
much,
man.
Jeff.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
See you.
Game Pass is probably one of the best things right now
Yeah.
for
It's
games
even
and
good for
stuff like that.
PC.
It's good for
Oh
everything.
yeah. On
I
your
can get
mobile
it on
phone,
my
on your
phone.
PC. Exactly.
And then stream it to my TV. I don't even need a physical Xbox to have and play full AAA titles, because you can get it on your phone. Wireless decks, I suppose, for this. I'm not that I'd use it to the TV, and then you've got yourself a Xbox. You're playing.
Well, they're working on Game Pass streaming in a browser, which
wow.
done.
not that I'd wireless anything.
Josh's like, I'm in. I'm good. I'm good.
Well, no.
We're
Once
done.
that comes out, that's going to be the end for some of the other popular things. Once you go that, because of the fan base behind it. But yeah, no, the Xbox is definitely a very powerful PC. But I love
have to
PC
say
gaming.
again, my PlayStation bias is showing right now. I have to say, I tried Halo recently, and I just couldn't do it. Like, there was just something about it that just wasn't appealing to
Well,
me.
it's
I just-
quite interesting because I'm quite similar. But the problem is, I'm now going to tell you what. No, I'm going to tell you what I do like, and then you're all going to go, oh. But basically, I quite enjoy Fortnite. Does anybody else play that? Yeah, I knew there'd be
know
one.
that,
I knew
Roger.
there'd be one. You know?
I
Yeah.
already know that, and I've
I
already had this discussion with you about
Well, first of all, I'm
get
going to
you
take
on the
issue
war
with
zone, and we're on for a winner.
I'm going to take issue with Jermaine and Roger, because I was able to get on the golf game with that
That's true.
the other
They-
night,
they-
and
they
that
played
was a
some golf. Yep.
blast. And they were like,
Yep.
"Hey, we'll hit you up when we're ready to play Fortnite." And fucking crickets. Both of these assholes went MIA, right? MIA. I don't know what happened. I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe tomorrow we'll get hooked up. This is a Saturday. I'm like, and Jermaine and Roger ghosted me. Now,
That's awesome.
to be fair, it is me. I would probably ghost me too. So let's.
But when
But I
you
was like,
start calling people by their correct names, we'll be all right.
well, I mean, that's my thing, right? So what happened was, we played that golf game, and it was a blast to play. I mean,
It was good fun.
a
you
lot
wanna-
of fun.
Do you think, Sam,
You
that if
beat
we
Roger.
yeah, true, you did beat me.
I think I tied him on one and maybe beat him by a stroke or two, but yeah.
Roger, you
and
lost.
Jermaine's like,
golf.
oh, I'm not very good. Jermaine just wiped the floor with both of us. He's like 20 strokes ahead. I'm like, why are we even playing this game?
What about if we were to invite orange-faced Phyllis? Do you reckon that would go down well? A game of golf?
Yeah, because here's the thing, because I don't know how well he plays. Because here's the
That's
thing,
just
I
it
will.
now, isn't it?
I will tell you
That's
on
your name.
Warzone, him and TK, dude, him and
Oh,
TK,
my God.
like I watch them play. Like I'm standing back watching it because I usually run out and they just shoot me in the face, and then TK and Matt will then kill them because I'm bait. But watching Matt And watching Matt and TK like kind of get through these maps and know where to go and how to strategically attack these it's really good. They're really good at Warzone. So I'm curious, they may not be as good at Fortnite, so maybe that level starts to equalize. So I'd love to see
on a PC, Fortnite is a very different game than mobile. You got to play it on a
That is very
PC.
true.
You got to play it with RTX on, with DLSS. Totally different experience on an ultra wide. So
you will never see me on Fortnite.
Oh,
Never.
come on.
Oh, what is such a stick in the mud?
Come on, I just
He's
saw
a
what
knob.
the current trend, the current thing that they're doing is Ryu and Chun-Li are in Fortnite right now. And
As
it's,
of
Oh, what?
it's hilarious seeing Ryu holding a Gatling gun. Like, it's really fun.
Really?
Dude, I'll tell you right now, what would be awesome with me is if Ryu would just get close enough where you just ditch your gun. He goes, Hadouken! He fucking, dude, I'd be like, okay. That would be the awesomest thing in the world. I'd be like, okay, I'm cool. I'm done.
They got the
just
sound
got
effects
Hadouken.
from Chun-Li in there as well. So my son's playing it on the phone yesterday, and all I hear was like the cut, you know, like the legs. And I'm like, what are you playing? And my son's like, hey, have you ever played Street Fighters? I'm like, I grew up on Street Fighters. I remember standing at the machine with my quarter on the
across the deck, right? Across the deck.
Waiting my turn. That's how I started. The OG Street Fighter on the actual machine.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah.
You know, it's funny. TK's kids like
in the chat. That means
nothing. Well, it's funny because I guarantee TK's kid was TK. Dad, have you ever heard of the Street Fighter thing? I'm like,
these Street Fighter games are still popular now. So.
Yes, I'm in. Let's do it. Dad was like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken. I remember rocking a game called Battle Arena Toshinden back in the day.
Caliber.
Oh, remember? Yeah.
Oh, that was the jam. If you had a PS1, dude, Battle Arena Toshinden was the jam.
PS1.
Remember Soul Calibur as well?
That's my
Soul Calibur, and then you had. Here's another one for
still
you.
around. Yeah.
Killer Instinct
That's
with
it.
Saber Wolf, a little Cinder action. Hell yeah, man!
You know
That
what?
was
Like,
the jam.
I was actually going to say earlier, like,
forever.
all of these online games like Warzone and Fortnite and all that, they're not my niche, but like fighting games were my competitive, my competitive game. And
I miss
playing
proper fighting games.
Playing Street Fighter 4 online was simultaneously the most fun, but also the most frustrating experience ever because fighting games are inherently there to piss you off. Because it's a very competitive thing. But yeah, fighting games they still are some of my favorites, but of course things got kind of weird because like the esports community made it so that these games are different now. Now people, in order for you to be successful in them, you have to analyze frame data and hit boxes and stuff like that. I'm like, bro, just let me
2021.
Just let me get the crap out of somebody. Yeah,
It's analytics, man. You have to have one monitor for the game, one monitor for the data.
They've not trusted their correctness over the games. Like you can't show this, you can't show that, you can't do this, can't do that. They let them be what they want to be. I mean, you've seen the trailer for the new Mortal Kombat. That's the film. Yeah. That looks like it's going to be. We don't give a shit what they want. This is it. It's going to be gory. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be.
Well, that still looks better than the original movie that they made.
Yeah,
dude.
The
Mortal Kombat movie looks so good.
Don't you still watch that trailer though, and you're like, there's a feeling that you get as dope as it might look. The graphics are well, I say graphics. The CG looks pretty dope and all of that. But I don't know. When I watch that trailer, I'm still like, I can still kind of see how it could be ass. You know, like
I think it's still going to fail. I think it's still going to be terrible.
Character, the new character they're introducing. I've got this horrible feeling that the whole film is going to be based around him walking around talking to people, and then the fights are going to be in between. I've just got this horrible feeling that they're going to mess it up a little bit.
They're going to do the Bourne Identity when it comes to fighting scenes, just a bunch of moving cameras, and you're really not seeing any fighting anymore. It's just like
or Dark Knight.
Yeah, and then it's a bunch of.
The problem is
this is who this person is, and this is his origin, and then by halfway through the film, and you're thinking, is anything going to happen?
No, and my argument with fighting games is you're never ever going to beat cabinet arcades where you're standing next to the guy you're fighting.
Yeah,
you can watch their movements. You could learn. Like I used to. Like I don't know about you, but in St. Louis there used to be a place
like that. Still,
no,
we've got a retro place in.
We don't. We do, but it's more like
one in Pasadena, by the way, Josh.
Yeah.
Between you and me, there's a place in Pasadena that still has Street Fighter. The actual
Okay.
party.
That's so cool. The retro
Because
places
that's
are so good to visit.
But there used to be a place in St. Louis called Northwest Plaza. It was in a mall. In the basement had an arcade, and that's where if you thought you had game, if you could really rock like Street Fighter, Soul Calibur, Tekken, whatever it was, you brought your ass there, and that's where you would learn. And you would see guys in there crushing it, and women too, right? You know, learning the games and learning the moves, and you'd watch. And I remember that was like if you thought you had game, those days are gone now, man. Unless you go to like a retro arcade, but I mean. That was part of it, where you could look at people, the trash talking and the styling and profiling. You can't do that online.
Dude, and the foosball table in the middle of the actual entire action. You got a table of foosball, 2 people playing.
Oh yeah.
So to me, it's like totally about that. Yeah.
It was like
We've
what
got
was
the
the movie
hockey
with
tables in the
Chex
the
Bubble
cinemas.
Hockey. Yeah,
The cinemas. You go to a cinema here, you have, while you're waiting for the film, there's air hockey and there's little things to do while you're in there.
I'm saying, but it used to have like Street Fighter, and there would be like the 2 people playing, and there'd be like a crowd of like 35 or 40 people watching, and not really.
Honestly,
I mean, those days are over.
Well, let me tell you, like one of
have them. But
one of the funniest experiences I've ever had with a Street Fighter cabinet was there's a retro arcade type place not too far from my office, and it's also not too far from my now closed martial arts dojo. So my master, my guru, that's the term, my guru, when it was his birthday, all he wanted to do was go to that place and just have fun with a bunch of the students and all of his friends, right? So we went to that arcade and we were playing. He's already our master, and we're over here trying to beat him in Street Fighter 2, right? Now, I'm good at Street Fighter 2, so I did beat him a few times. But it got to the point where whenever he won a round, he did the thing that it was so cutting. He would win and then just stare, like get in your face and just stare at you when he's
like this.
It was the most intimidating thing.
Yeah, exactly. I would do exactly the same to Jermaine when we sort of play and I win. But the problem is, obviously, we're not face to face, so I just have to do it to the webcam, like. I beat you.
Oh, so you never do that, Andy?
Do that again. That was great.
No way. Sorry, orange face for this. Not going to happen.
Sorry.
So, and I guess that's the rub, right? For people who are older like me, who are in their 40s or their 50s.
Sorry, I'm on 3%, so I'm probably going to just drop out in a minute.
Oh, okay.
So I'll say it now. Thanks for having me, and this has been flipping awesome. And congratulations again on 10K, 100%, man. Definitely.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate you joining, and because I know it's like everybody's tired, everybody's been doing streams for days and everything else, and I appreciate. No, honestly, I know it's.
Josh has been doing it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But I'm very, very grateful. And for anybody that is actually watching at the moment, I'm not sure whether or not this is going to stay on the channel, whether or not I will just make it private. I'm not sure. But anybody that has watched or is watching, thank you very much. We're just celebrating 10,000 subscribers on the channel. This is highly unusual to see a live stream on this channel because I just don't do it. But this is a bit of fun, a chat about tech and some really awesome people here. So thank you all for being here. Oh, we got Ron as well. Matt, if you drop out.
I'm going to go now. I'm just going to go now because I've got 1%. So all of you guys are awesome, and this has been great, and I'll catch you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Matt. See you soon.
Bye, guys.
And I just have to say a massive thank you to Ron. That's Tech Therapy in the chat for the super chat. Thank you so much, Ron. For people that don't know, Ron is very, very cool. This guy is awesome, actually. I do a little bit of editing for Ron. And he's a bit like me. He's like quite particular about his B-roll and his shots. In fact, he reminds me of myself quite a lot. But Ron does like custom PC builds, all the custom water loops and all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, he's very talented. In fact, he did this. Some of you guys might have seen this because I keep tweeting about it. I don't think I can because my camera's fixed like in place. But my PC case here, which is absolute huge, it's the biggest PC case I've ever seen in my life. But it has etched on the side the Life of Tech logo, like really massive. So it's on Twitter somewhere. Yeah, but it's cool. And that was all thanks to Ron. So thank you, Ron. Nice to see you here, mate, as well. And I hope you're feeling a bit better now. So yeah, thank you very much.
My point was like those are the things like for people who are older, like it's great to have this connection. Like I can reach out and I can like in a couple of clicks and a couple of purchases, I was able to play with Jermaine and Roger when play a golf game. It was like really enjoyable and really fun. But I think the problem is you're going to run into the part where we're so disconnected now because that becomes so easy. Like the days of having people come over to your house and play like Mario Kart or like 4-screen GoldenEye, right?
GoldenEye, yes.
those experiences where, you know, you can't properly trash talk somebody on the internet because they're not there. Because like I said, honestly, and I've seen it, and I'm not lying. And maybe TK and Josh and Andrew have been around long enough in these arcades. I've seen people get into physical fights in arcades, like literally, like, oh yeah, well fuck you. You think you can beat me on this game? And they like get into a fight.
I saw that with DDR a little over.
Oh my god, I was so about to just say that DDR was where it would happen.
Always.
You know, and
For
that's
the dumbest freaking reasons. It's just like, hey, it's my turn.
My question is, Josh, do you ever remember a fight breaking out that was for like, oh, this is a really great reason to have a complete brawl? Like, no, it's always the dumbest reason imagined. But it was just like that I think that's the problem is I think older people, I think, you know, when you talk about like TK's son going, hey, Dad, there's this Chun-Li in the like, Street Fighter. Like,
her thighs are huge.
Like, yeah, it's like... But to talk to your kids about the fact that you and your friends and a bunch of people would go into an arcade and actually put quarters across the cabinet and play, like I think that's something that you take them to an like old fashioned arcade shop, and I guarantee my daughters are like, why would you want to do this when you can just get online and just like, you know, send a tweet or a message?
But Sam, do you not think in the future, okay, like I don't know what it's going to be, VR or whatever, but do you not think in the future that kids will be talking to their parents and their parents will be saying, oh yeah, years ago we played this stuff on our phones or and they'll be like, what? You held it with your hands?
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Stuff with your fingers, you know?
Right. Well, it's like you couldn't just do it like with a like kind of neural implant, but yeah, I mean, it's
mind,
just, you know, I think the challenge as an older like mid 40s tech enthusiast, video game guy, arcade guy, when I have an Intellivision. Right? When I mean you have to you got to expose your kids. Like TK is like, I guarantee he's like, probably if he's a good parent, which I know he is, he's Chun-Li and breaking down Street Fighter and say, hey, let's play a game. Like my daughter plays World of Warcraft because she watched her dad play. Right, sitting down and playing and getting into the old arcades and me getting a controller and you getting a physical controller. There's no internet. There's no nothing. It's me and you sitting on the same couch and talking shit and playing games. And if you can beat me, do it. And just like that is like, or darts or shooting pool or anything else like that. I'm afraid that we get to a point where we'll lose that. And I think my job, at least I feel like my job, is to make sure that I keep my daughters and I keep people engaged in like, you gotta, because it's going to be the new retro, right? Using your phone to play a game will be the new retro in 20 years, right? That'll be what you do. And I think you have to keep that. I think you just have to
sorry to interrupt. I've just got to say a massive thank you to TK. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very grateful.
Congrats. And again, I'm really happy to be able to be part of the show. But yeah,
I'm grateful you're here as well. Thank you very much. I am honestly truly grateful for everybody that's here with me, because you know you're all taking time out of your weekend as well to be here, and I am very grateful. So thank you ever so much, because you know it would be, if it was just me sat here talking, probably the stream wouldn't be that, well, no, definitely the stream wouldn't be that interesting. So
it would still be fun. It would still be fun.
I'm very, very grateful. So thank you very much.
So that's all. I just want to make sure that, like, and then to TK and Josh's points, you know, like, we all are a community, and like I said, me and I mean to 10K, we're not even at 100, right? Like actual like people who listen. And that's okay. And that's okay. And here's the thing is, and made this comment to the last stream with Rolando. I was like, I see TK and I see JV, and they're trying to do all these things to develop a channel and grow, and that's great. I have zero interest in doing that. Like, I just want I want it to be fun and organic, and I'm not looking to grow. Yeah. And so I just want to have fun. So I look at people like you, and I see Roger in this, like, getting the studio and building it and trying to develop, and I see you hit 10K, and although that's not my job or that's not my thought process to, like, the hustle, right? I don't want to do that. But seeing Roger do it, it's like those wins, I kind of like extensionally, like, I like listening to you, and that's why $20 here is no big deal. To have you be involved and listen to your streams is fun. I live vicariously through everyone else. I don't necessarily care. And the fact that I can sit here, that I'm on a stream with Andrew and Josh and Jermaine and TK and Roger, like I'm talking and not just listening, right, but actually contributing to an actual discussion and that being meaningful. If you would have told me that a year ago, I would have thought you were insane. I was like, you're crazy. Like TK, Bay, like the XDA guy, like on a stream, like with Josh.
It's quite amazing, Sam.
It's
quite
nuts.
amazing.
It's like to you as a regular person who has no interest in really leveraging that into a future career, just to do it, to enjoy it. The fact that I'm able to do this, to be honest with you, I find honor and love in the fact that you guys are letting me have a voice and to contribute and having fun. And to me, if that's all this ever turns into, that's a win. For me, that's
awesome.
Win.
It's really awesome. And I got to say as well, Grav, thank you very much indeed. You wonderful person. I'm really grateful. By the way, guys, I've had super chats from quite a few people tonight, which I didn't expect. I honestly didn't expect that at all. And I'm grateful. Thank you. But anything that I do have, excuse me, of course, always goes back into the channel. It helps me improve this little studio that I'm in. Second
Amazing
floor.
studio.
Yeah, I'm gonna have upstairs. I'm gonna have a kitchen area, and
Well, get one plate of fish and chips, and the rest of it will go.
Right.
So there's
and it's okay if you want to get yourself a phalanx cannon or like some kind of like a Gatling gun. I'd be okay with that too on the top. Just having a anti-aircraft, that'd be okay too. I'm okay with that. I don't know if they'd probably fly in the UK. Maybe not a second floor, but a gun would be great. Just get a gun.
Listen, if I get to meet any of you guys, you're always welcome here at the studio. It's not that big, but there is a sofa here, so there's a little bit of space.
That's okay. As long as you have a couch, we're good. That's all we need.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess at this point, if there's anybody, because I can see some of the people that are watching, of course, in the chat, but you guys know what it's like. You never really know who's watching a live stream. But where can you find me? Well, you're here already, so that doesn't matter. Where can you find you, Jermaine? Your channel is called Concept Creator, isn't it? Your main channel.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And you do some really really awesome renders and really cool stuff.
Thanks, man.
Sam, you're half of Sam and Matt across the podcast. Your show is actually really cool. You've got some awesome people on there, and you've not been going that long, have you? How long have you been going with your?
About a year. Actually, not even really. I think we started earlier in 2020, like March timeframe. So we're getting close to about a year now.
That's cool. And what I like about your show is people get to just chat about tech and other stuff. It's not just tech; it's a bit of everything, But it's a cool show. So it's across the podcast with Sam and Matt. Have I got that right?
Yeah. We have a Twitch. Nice. We have a website, and we have the Twitch, and we broadcast every Sunday at 3 p.m. Well, it varies, but mostly every 3 p.m. on Sunday for about an hour and a half. Well, we have to. When we had Issa on, I mean, I was grateful to have her on, but she's in Manila, so we had to really adjust it. We had to have.
Sometimes you have to adjust the time depending on. That's fair enough, though. And then you've got TK, and your channel is called TK Bay, isn't it, TK? I think.
Yes, as simple as possible. Yes, let the beard guide you.
with his Ultra Instinct beard, by the way. I'm just seeing.
I love the beard. I love the beard.
I love the shirt as well.
I always will.
Or something. But his beard is now his Ultra Instinct beard.
It's iconic.
It's
elevated. The best beard in all of tech podcasting.
Permanently part of his branding.
Oh, it's awesome.
Pretty much, yes, I centered it. Doubled down.
And then you've got Joshua. Joshua, what is the actual name? Is it your name? I can't remember. What is the name of your channel?
On YouTube, it is my name, but on all social media, it's JV Tech T. And here comes the host. You can find me on all of the social media networks at JV Tech T because I'm JV. I love tech and I love to drink me some tea.
Nice.
And don't forget his show with Technically Together with him and Issa.
With Issa. We do have a show called Technically Together. It's the two
listen
of us.
to that show. It's a fantastic. Just to listen to them talk and banter. It's just I sit back. It's fantastic listening.
Technically Together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
We don't have the URL, so search for it on.
Go on, Jermaine. Go on, Jermaine.
It's easier.
You can get it. And then, of course, we've got Fat Produce, and you, sir, are on your main area is Twitch, isn't it? That's where you.
Yes. Yeah. I do have a YouTube channel, but there's not as much on there. It's mainly Twitch, and we have the beginning of the month podcast called the Broseps with Demir Frank, actually.
Very good. Very good. Well, guys, thank you all. I mean it, honestly, truly. Thank you very much for being here. We've had the stream has been going for a little bit over an hour and a half, I think, something like that. I think now might be a good time to. I've actually been drinking in the background here. Nobody really knows, but I've been drinking Southern Comfort.
Oh my god! I haven't seen SoCo in forever.
Dude, that's awesome. Dude, I mean, Roger was already my hero, but that made it even better. Holy cow!
It depends on
awesome.
how much SoCo you have and how you feel the next morning.
Am I in college right now? Like, did I go back to college?
Josh is like, it was like when Josh found out he can swear in our podcast like halfway, and he's like, "Oh, I can just use profanity." And we're like, "Yeah, just let it rip." He's like, Yeah. This show just got immediately awesome, by the way. But yeah, it's like, Josh, you should have been bringing a little bit more adult beverages to the table, sir. Apparently,
I couldn't help it tonight. I just decided to. But the problem is, as I'm talking and things are flowing, and I'm pouring and drinking, and maybe I've had a little bit too much. But I will also just say in the chat, I've very quickly seen. The question is whether or not your wife will help with the second floor in the studio. Do you know, I got to be honest, I got to give my wife credit here, because I did make a video talking about, so for anybody that doesn't know, and I think most people probably do, where I am sat at the moment is a room, a studio made initially from wooden pallets. So I built the entire frame with wooden pallets, quite a lot of them. I bought them from the pallet company, and then I spent about 4 months and it nearly killed me. Honestly, it was really, really hard work. I don't do building. I don't do stuff like that. So, but my wife actually helped so much. She did a lot of work in here with me. So if I didn't have her help, I would still be doing it. I'd still be here cutting wood and, drilling things, and it would be crazy. So yeah, big thanks to my wife, because she definitely, she really did. Definitely. She really did. And she says sometimes, like, you never tell people. And I said, well, I do. So there you go. That's proof. I told you all.
And it's in the video.
It's in the video.
Well, we have evidence now. We have evidence. She can look it up and check it out.
It is in the video. But no, thank you all. Is there anything else anybody would like to talk about before we? I don't know. There might be something that somebody else wants to talk about before we end up. I'm not really sure.
No.
I think
just great to have fun time with you guys, spending it, Sunday afternoon with us here in Southern California.
It's great that you had this little party and whatnot. And I quick thing I just wanted to say, like, 10,000 may or may not be a big thing to certain people, but it is still a victory, and it's worthy of celebration.
It's an accomplishment, sure.
Even just like coming from back in 2018 when I left Android Authority, like, this is just an example of like why you should still have milestones and celebrate them. I had no idea what was going to happen after I left the publication. Yeah. And for 10K to happen when it did, just a couple of weeks after I left, was that in and of itself that sign of, oh, I can do this. So take that for in your own way. This is you halfway to getting started.
Well, yeah, absolutely makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. And I never, when I the first video I uploaded, I had no idea what I was doing. And and I uploaded this video to the channel just because I'd made this video, and I watched it back and I thought, wow, that's quite cool. I made that video. That's quite cool. I'm going to upload that. And from there, obviously, you do change. Your thought process changes, and the type of content you make changes, because you start working towards growing a channel eventually in the end. Mm-hmm. And I'm still in that process of I'm still just having fun, really, but I'm starting to realize that actually this is quite serious. This is turning into something that I should take quite seriously now. So quite excited. 10K. Cheers. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Thank you very much for coming and joining me. It's been really good fun, sir. Yeah, thank you very much. And thank you, everybody that's watched the stream. I am ever so grateful. I know this is a weird one. You've never seen a live stream here. You'll probably never see one again. Well, you might. 100K, maybe. I don't know.
Never know. Yeah.
Never know. But good night, everybody. Thank you very much. See you all soon.
Take care of me. Bye-bye.
Take care. Good night.